like to start off by asking you guys a few questions. How many of you are currently attending college?
Me.
How many are planning to go back to college?
Me.
Tonight I would like to speak about post-secondary education and hopefully get you thinking that the only way to be successful is by going to college or getting some type of post-secondary education. When someone mentions the word school or college, many might make a yuck face, while others think of dollar bills and success. There is an ongoing debate on whether post-secondary education is necessary to be successful or not. College or some type of post-secondary education is something that should be on everyone's mind whether they can afford it or not. If someone can't afford it, there are aids and other alternatives to get some education. There are also people that argue that they are going to start their own business and be successful on their own, but what's going to happen when their business fails? Up next, I will give a few reasons why you should consider either going to college or returning to school. One reason is that having a degree or certification can secure your position in a job, or it can get you into a position in these difficult times that we are facing. If you are working in a company that is laying workers off, it could be because those people don't have a degree in that job. On the other hand, if you have one, I can almost assure you that you will not be the one that's getting laid off. Also, having a degree can land you a better position. When you have a certification in a job, it's because you've been trained specifically for that job and you are an expert in that area. The chances of you not getting hired are very slim. In an article I was reading by the New York Times called College Educator Workers Gaining Job and High School Grads Losing Them by Catherine Rampel, it says that people with bachelor's and other post-secondary educations have gained jobs and people with high school have lost them. Up next, I would like to show you a graph that shows those numbers. In this graph, we can see the people who have post-secondary education on this side and people with less than high school and high school on this side, which means they are way down. Another reason you should get post-secondary education is because you will have a higher income than a person who has only high school diploma or less. Most of the jobs that are high-paying require you to do at least some kind of post-secondary education. Some that require you to do college, these jobs include doctors, nurses, and dentists. In the article, College is Still Worth the Expense by Justin Dreiger, he defines jobs into different zones. And the zones include lowest and highest zones, where the lowest zone is occupied by the people who are in high school, and the highest zone occupied by college graduates, in which, of course, the highest zones provide the highest incomes. According to the Institute of Education, in 2009, the median of the earnings for young adults with a bachelor's was $45,000, while the median for those without a high school was $21,000 and $36,000 with those with an associate's degree. In another study done by the Census Bureau, during lifetime of work, high school graduates will earn about $1.2 million, and people with a bachelor's degree will earn $2.1 million, almost double of those with just a diploma. My third reason is that many people have been laid off of work and many have decided to go back to school. Why is that? Because the job they probably have requires now certification, or because they don't want to go back to the job they had before. They want something better. I have talked with a few classmates that are going through the same situation, and most of their responses are the same, that they want a better job and they want a better pay. People have realized that their current jobs is not right for them anymore and they're tired of it. Many of them have actually returned to college to get a better position by socializing. Being in college, you meet all sorts of people that can help you land in a better position. In a study named College Motives, conducted by Quartz and Stoner, the majority want to go to college to socialize to get a better position. Now that I have talked about the major reasons for attending college, I would like to now talk about the major excuse people have for them not to go back to school. One of the major excuses that people have is that it's too expensive and they can't afford it. Coming from a family that doesn't have a stable economy, it is possible to go to college. I am currently receiving financial aid and it's helping me cover the expenses of my tuition. And also, there are always people willing to help when you need it. There are scholarship, grants, work study, and many other aids available to students who want to continue their education. Some students are saving money by doing a program called Running Start. They are taking college courses that go for both high school and college credits, and it's money that they don't have to repay. Another option other than attending an expensive university is a community college. According to the study, What is Affordable College Tuition by Sullivan, 44% of all undergraduates in the U.S. are from community colleges. Also, in the article that I mentioned earlier, it says that workers with at least some higher education have been doing better than with high school graduates. Also, according to the article by Richard Vedder, because of the cost is rising of four-year institutions, many students have chosen to attend community colleges. To finish up the excuses portion, I would like to conclude with another major excuse that people have, which is time. People say they don't have time to go back to school because they have to work and because of their busy lives at home. You don't necessarily need to go to school for 4 years to make more money. I have been talking about some options this whole time, and community college is once again one of them. You can get an associate's degree in 2 years, and the schedules in the school are very flexible. There are classes offered throughout the whole day, morning, evening, and even afternoon classes. An associate's degree isn't long to complete, and you can get a position. Other fast options that you have are vocational and technical schools. These schools are specifically designed to give you specific training you need for the job in the least amount of time possible. These are a great option if you are looking for something fast. There are also training programs that you can get into which you can receive certifications. An example of one of these training programs is Certified Nursing Assistant. I completed that course in 3 weeks. I passed my state exam, and I can now work as a CNA. Arguments that go against my claim are that I'm just fine in making the money that I want. I don't need to go to school. Yes, I've seen people without post-secondary education that are really successful in making the money they want. But 50% of those people are currently unemployed. Their jobs aren't secure, just like I mentioned earlier, and now they're unemployed and seeking jobs that aren't going to pay them the same amount they were getting paid. That is something to think about. On the other hand, you hear a lot of success stories from people who have made their own business, but what's going to happen when their business is not going to work out for them? I think that even those people need backup plans for when something goes wrong. That backup plan should be a degree that they can use when their business is not going the way they want it to. To conclude, I would like to say that post-secondary education is important for everybody to have. Nobody wants to be working at minimum wage or unhappy with their salaries for the rest of their lives. I sure don't. There is really no excuse not to go to school because the schedules are flexible and there are kinds of help and alternatives. If you don't want to go to school and get a degree, then go to a training program. There are also vocational schools that can get you the training in the least amount of time. Getting education is securing your future, and you will have many more opportunities available to you. The choice you make now can affect your future, and college should be the choice you make. There are a lot of options for education. All you need is the drive to do it.